Welcome back to the show, everyone. Of course, it's very important that the beauty you feel inside translates into your living environment.
Mike, that's so beautiful.
Was that pretty good?
Thank you.
Who's crying? Who's crying?
And in the springtime, everybody wants a little change, so we're going to talk about trends with decorator Jackie Morra from Jackie Morra Interiors. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me in Vancouver.
No worries. Maybe we should talk about, first of all, maybe just about your philosophy when it comes to design. Because I always like hearing that from people, and you have a really interesting and unique perspective, I think.
Well, I have a simple rule. If you love it, keep it, buy it. If you don't love it, live without it. And I guess it could apply to so many other parts of your life, right?
Yeah.
Just if you love it, you're going to keep it around. You're going to appreciate it. You know, it can be your inspiration piece. Use something as an inspiration, whether it's a scarf, whether it's a piece of decor item. Use something that you love, and then you can build your color scheme and everything around it.
And sort of what we're going to talk about is how you can have that thing that you love, and it can be transferred into a lot of different styles, right?
Absolutely, and most of the work's done for you. When you buy a piece, it's already sort of coordinated. Designers have already looked at it, and you know the colors complement each other, and there's a reason you're drawn to it. Whether it be the mood it creates, whether it's dramatic, whether it's soft, and if you can then take that when you're out looking at all these other choices for other materials that's going to finish the room, it's really going to help you make sense of it.
And make your decisions easier.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's look at some pictures. We're going to talk about some trends. The first one is modern history. Tell us about this one here.
Okay, so modern history is sort of, we want it all as consumers, right? We want to keep our classic pieces, but we want to sort of bring them into 2011. So it's about combining, modern prints, modern colors with traditional pieces. So it's a real mix of everything. It's a balancing act of keeping everything we love.
And even though that room is so dramatic, it still looks super cozy and livable.
Absolutely, and like you'll notice the curtains are like a geometric, bold, more contemporary fabric, and then the wallpaper, it's all about wallpaper and pattern this year. Pattern is bold and big, but typically you wouldn't see such a color for this pattern. You'd see it in something more traditional. So we're bringing it into the 2011s, but with more contemporary colors.
Okay, let's talk about personal space and bright colors. We see a lot on the table here, but tell us about this picture that we're looking at.
Okay, so you got to know who you are to own this red couch, right? You got to love red because it's going to be with you for a long time, but the red is fabulous, and the personal space trend is really about focusing on one area, making it really punchy and stand out, really directing your eyes. And it's really about personalizing your space. Your home should be a reflection of who you are, so if you love red, go for it.
Nice.
Just check with your hubby to make sure.
I was going to say, do it together, do it together. Eco-inspired, a huge trend right now. Of course, people are really looking at what they're sitting on, what's in their homes.
And it's two trends. It's about being responsible, just making better purchases and for being better for our planet. But there's also things that are inspired by nature, and I'll show you a little bit later. But it's a combination of just being responsible. For me, that shot with the eco-inspired, though, if I lived there, I don't care if there's furniture, I'd be on the floor.
No kidding. Just leave it dirt. That's fine.
And purple is a big color trend.
Yes, purple is fabulous. I mean,
look at you. You've got purple boots. I
do, and purple is great if you love it. I mean, this season it's all about whether it be a light lilac or lavender, right up to the dark, deep plums and chartreuses, and so it's as wild as you want it to be.
Nice. And the last one, patterns. I think this takes a brave heart sometimes for people. I know it does for me. Patterns, out of everything we've talked about, are the thing that scare me a little bit.
Really, eh?
Yeah,
well, then you can start small. Maybe just on some cushions, a throw, just some small as an accent. Maybe not anything too crazy for you. An accent chair might be going too far. So start with a pillow. But really, it's it's like a haircut. Get it, enjoy it, appreciate it. If you love it, even if you're a little bit nervous, incorporate it slowly and see it's your comfort level, right?
Now let's talk about what we've got on the table.
Down.
Everybody wants to know about this this rug here. Where is it from?
Most of my accessories are from Urban Barn, and everybody's been touching this since I got here.
It's so tactile.
So cool.
Yes, and that's one of the trends as well too, all about texture. And before we do it in subtle colors, but now it's really getting into personality. So I mean, stuff that you can actually grab and hold. And Mike was saying his kids, his boys would leave stuff in here.
They love tactile carpets, right? I mean, it's so much fun. They hide things in it.
For the dog.
Yeah, there's crackers in there.
Mike, maybe you should get a vacuum.
Okay, what is this?
Okay, you guys hold on to this. Now I want you to hold it
this is wall covering.
Stretch it. This is fabric from Maxwell. All of my fabrics are fabric.
Mike has a bodysuit made out of this.
What? Yeah, and I was thinking a skirt for me, so it would really tell me and my husband when I'm gaining weight. What do you think?
That's awesome.
But it's fabulous,
mine's blue.
So of different colors, and Mike's is gray. So you can really have fun with it. Imagine people coming over just grabbing your cushions.
And giving them a stretch.
Giving them
really
a stretch.
Funny. Well, and this is, you talked about it, small patterns, small colors, small little pops of things can
Big
be
patterns,
just as effective
yeah.
as.
You could do neutrals, you could do colors, but pattern is big this year, and bigger the bolder the better. Or you can even go something funky like the metallics, or just a combination. But patterns in general are big, whether it be a geometric, whether it be a floral. They're fantastic this year. This one's got a nice big floral.
And
to
you
it.
can see with this whole thing how everything sort of goes together. One is a launching point,
The color and the
everything
texture.
is inspired.
And what have we got here?
So this is sort of like the modern history trend. So we've got like traditional goblets in a funky, cool green, and then we're this hit of color with your tea towels is fantastic. Black and white is also fabulous this year, and we're seeing it in towels, dishes, and things like that. All the trends are sort of combining and sort of intertwining with each other. We've got this fabulous black tray, but then it's bamboo on the inside, and then even the things that are inspired by nature. This beautiful flower. The green is a pop color this year. It's fantastic. It's
So
so
if you're
fresh.
afraid of color and you just want to do a little something, getting throw pillows is a great thing to do because then you can always just change it next
out.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easy and inexpensive.
Yeah.
So anything that's an accessory, whether it be a lampshade, a pitcher, throw pillows, anything that's an area rug could be an accessory as well too.
Yeah.
So as long as you're incorporating your
Well,
colors.
that's how you learn whether you love it, right? You start with
Yes.
those small little bits,
Yeah.
and you'll know really
Yes.
quick whether you
and
do.
some people, if you love that, if you want this to be a couch or a chair, go for it. Just, you're going to love it for a little bit though.
Yeah.
Right? It's really a love affair.
Gotta
It's
love
not
it.
short.
It's going to be short and intense.
Intense, yes. And then here's the purples, and purples are just, huge. And again, we're seeing with wallpaper, purple is really popular as an accent wall. With the purples as well, we're not too much an entire room being done, really an accent wall,
Right.
an accent chair, smaller pieces, but in the bedrooms as well too. But again, please check with your husbands or your partners or your better halves to make sure that the bedroom,
Yeah, purple-
Or your wives, because some guys
your
are
wives, yeah.
colorblind.
Purple
That's
is,
true.
to me,
It's-
purple
it's
is the
blue, honey.
cilantro of the color wheel.
Now, what
Some
have we
people
got
love it.
here?
Okay, so this is more about texture. So because eco-inspired, we've got some great woods from Divine Hardwood Flooring, and they're fabulous. We love our dark floors, right?
Yeah.
So now we're going light.
Until they get scratched and
Yes.
they get beaten, and then
Because they really are a full-time job, right? So sometimes we've got to, what's happening now is we're going lighter because it's easier to take care of. You don't see the nicks and dents, and it's a little bit more eco, but you can go really funky. It doesn't mean boring.
Yeah.
You can go really interesting
really
in texture.
cool patterns and textures on
Or
there.
cork. Cork is another good
Those are
interest.
really
so
cool.
these are, and it's it's quiet, it's cool, it's comfortable, it's warm rather. So it's the flooring. It really makes the space as well too. And it's a big investment. It's not something you do often. So put something in that you're comfortable with. We're
Yeah.
seeing cork in kitchens and bathrooms as well too. It's
And last
sealed.
but not least, what have we got here?
And this is continuing the eco-inspired, whether it's just something in the space, whether it be a vase, these fabulous apples, this placemat is meant to replicate slate. It's just taking things from nature and bringing them into the decor, making them work.
Love it. And most of the accessories we got today from Urban Barn, the fabrics
Yes.
from Maxwell's,
Maxwell
and the
Fabrics.
floors.
And the floors are from Divine Hardwood Flooring
Very
in
cool.
Vancouver.
Thank you so much. If you want to
Thanks.
check out the
Thanks,
BC
Jackie.
Home and Garden Show, it's at the Vancouver Convention Center till March the 6th. And Jackie appears on the stage the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. For times, you can go to the website.
Very nice.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thanks.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Steve Riley will be joining us. We're talking about finding quality beers. He is a certified Cicerone.